win the debate against a Muslim to prove to him that the Quran justifies killing innocent people, your argument to a Muslim would be, shut the F up, you ...
Well, you see, the guy he is doing that you are talking about, I don't do that at all. I prove that Islam filthy without using the F word. And by the way, if you complain about the F word, I can show you your Prophet Muhammad, he did use it many times when he was speaking to Muslims. So before you teach people about not to use the F word, go and see your Prophet who said that I am just a human. If somebody I say curse or call dirty words to him, سببته أو شتمته قد شرطت ربي, I made a condition with my God, that's the one I curse him, the one I say F word to him, he will pay him wages. So according to your Prophet, he say the F word to a Muslim, the Muslim will get wages. And your Prophet, he himself, he practiced that. So why you are angry from an atheist man for using the F word? At least he is not saying I follow a prophet of God. When a prophet of God he act this way, why you blame an atheist? You Muslims are weird. And now listen, what if I show you in a very clear evidence in front of your eyes, not like the atheists do, that Quran justify killing of innocent people big time? I will give you one only. By the way, I have a lot of proofs, but I will give you one by one to see how good you are. As long you don't like debate by calling names, I like that. But I want to hear your answer. This is a surah in the Quran, and this is your Islamic website, not my website. Tafsir. This website is very well known. The tafsir.com. You see it? This is not my website. This is not a Christian website. This is your Islamic reference. And this is a Jalalain explanation. And you can go to different explanation if you want. We have no problem. Because all of them, they are saying the story as it is. There is two prophets, one of them is Moses and the other one is named Al-Khudr. And the Quran says that Al-Khudr, Allah, he taught him all the mercy. Imagine all the mercy. Okay, let us see the mercy prophet of Allah, what he did. When he was walking down the street, he saw a little boys. Boys playing. He picked one of them, of those boys, and he slew him. The prophet, his name Al-Khudr, he slew him, slitting his throat with a knife while he lay down, or by tearing his head off. You see, imagine the mercy of Allah. He's a little boy, was playing with boys. The prophet, he saw him, he cut his throat, and then he took his head off. You see, maybe he want to play a basketball, we don't know. Let us see what the story. And then he was smashing his head against a wall, of which are different opinion. But all of them, by the way, they say the same story. Some of them, they say he cut his head and he was smashing him in the ground. Some of them, they say he cut his head, smashing him with the wall, because some of them, they say he cut his head and he smashed him with a rock. In any way, he was smashing the head by hitting the head either by wall or by the ground or by a rock. Now, what he did too, if you go to Ibn Kathir or Al-Qurtubi or Al-Tabari, this I'm reading an explanation now. If you read in Arabic, you will see he was taking meat from his body, and specifically from his neck and his shoulder. And when the other prophet, he asked him, Moses, why you are doing that? He said, well, you will see. And here you will see that the prophet who was walking with this Khudr, both of them, they are prophet. But Al-Khudr, he is the wiser man. The one who is killing, he is the wise man. He is the merciful man. The other prophet is learning now. He is a student. So listen. So he asked him, why you killed an innocent soul? He is pure. He didn't do anything. He is not even reached the age of legal responsibility. So why you killed him? Do you know what he said? He said, I killed him because this kid, when he grow up, he will leave Islam. He will leave Islam. This is the continue of the story. We did read it from verse 74 all the way to verse number 80 to know why he killed him, because the other guy, he don't know yet. He was questioning him, why you killed an innocent boy? Look what he said. And as for the boy, he is a boy. Do you see it? He is a boy. His parents were a believer. They are Muslims. And we afraid lest he should overwhelm them with insolence and disbelief. Wow. So this kid, he will dishonor his family, the Muslim family, because he will not be a good believer. He will not be a believer. So he killed him, and he smashed his head, and he tortured him, and he was cutting his, his meat from his shoulder, from his body. And because of that, because he will not be a believer, we have to dispose them. We have, and he lived longer than he should. He don't deserve it. So you are telling atheists that in Islam there is no killing for innocent people. This is a kid, a little boy. And this is your website. And this is your book. And this is your Quran. And this is your prophet explaining the verses. Have you ever heard about something ugly like this? The boy even, he is a Muslim. He is from a Muslim family. He is a believer. He will leave Islam in the future when we grow up. Let us cut her the throat. Ta-da-da-da. But remember, Islam is peace. And by the way, Quran is for every time, which means this story will teach Muslim what to do today. Remember, if somebody told you that Quran is made for 1400 years ago, this is not true, because Muslims, you can ask any Muslim, they will say this is a Quran, this is a law for every time. So in the year 2007, if a Muslim, he heard, or he felt, or he been told by his God, Allah, let us say he go to bed and he saw a dream, a vision from his God, saying to him, your son, he will leave Islam today, or tomorrow, or next week, or next year, or after 20 years, you have to cut his throat. This is the mercy of Islam, and this is how great is Allah. So I want to see Mr. Liquid Sky, if you can answer. And by the way, I invite you to debate me in my chat room to see if you can make it really. And you will see that you will be in this ability. To prove me wrong, accept my challenge. Come to my page and say I accept to debate you. Set up a time and we will see if Islam filthy or not. And the debate will be, you're a prophet, good man or filthy man. No name calling, facts only. Be my guest. And Sword of Islam, the one you are defending him, he is out of Islam. This guy, he was arguing with me a week ago. A week after he's out of Islam. Let me see, you might be next. And then you will shave your beard. Huh? Try me once, never again. Jesus is Lord, Islam is false. Amen.